YouTube's darkest videos 9. So I guess there are more parts, but this is the first one I've ever seen. So let's go.
Safe, like simply safe.
Oh, flash warnings. The following videos contain scenes that may be upsetting or distressing for some. Viewer discretion is advised. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now arriving at our Wasco station stop.
On the morning of March 22nd, 2024, the Kern County Sheriff's Office was flooded with calls about an incident that had taken place near the Wasco Amtrak station in Wasco, California. The incident involved a pedestrian.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you guys something, okay? Like, I'm gonna leak something about me. Yes, guys, you heard it right. I'm going to leak something about me. I'm really scared, man. I'm gonna leak something. Sometimes I'm more scared than I should be. I know. So it's funny because like I've been traveling cities in the dark. I've been in the worst places already in my life. I've seen crazy shit in my life. Okay, like crazy shit. All right, I'm saying like crazy shit. Like think about like a really fucked up shit that is hella scary. I've seen it, bro. And for some reason, like when it comes down to like those kind of YouTube videos where it's like dark and spooky, like it can be like even like those game theories, you know, like those spooky game theories. I'd be like, oh, spooky. It's so weird. I don't know why. Like, I really mean it when I say I'm not really scared of shit, but for some reason, like when I watch something like this, I get like goosebumps sometimes. I don't know. It's weird.
Who was reportedly walking dangerously close to an active train track before being struck by an oncoming locomotive, a situation that authorities knew was likely unsurvivable. Police arrived at the scene shortly after 8 a.m. and were met with the bloody aftermath of the accident, as they found 48-year-old Horacio Ayala Penoza deceased on the tracks, with the force of the impact being so strong that his body was torn apart and scattered all throughout the area.
I don't want to disrespect him. More the opposite, honestly. He kind of looks like Batista from Dexter Morgan. You guys get what I mean? Like, low-key? Angel Batista? He kind of looks like him.
With the force of the impact being so strong that his body was torn apart and scattered all throughout the area. At first, it was believed to have been a clear-cut suicide, but after interviewing some of the witnesses, police learned that the man had never stepped in front of the train, and rather, he had actually been sucked underneath as a result of walking too closely, painting a clearer picture that this was all a tragic accident. But as police were conducting these interviews, one strange detail kept coming up, as apparently, Horatio wasn't the only one on the tracks around the time of the incident, with there allegedly having been one other man standing nearby, a man who took off shortly after Horatio had been killed, and strangely, witnesses believe they saw the man reach down and pick something up before leaving. For the officers on the scene, finding this man became the next obvious order of business, but by this point, he had already found himself a few blocks away, where he was spotted by a group of construction workers. The group watched as the man walked towards them, appearing to hold some sort of large item in one of his hands, the same item that had been taken from the train tracks. And the closer he got, the clearer it became what exactly this thing was. It was a human leg.
Ew. What? So we're gonna get some real footage? And he's holding a human leg? What the fuck?
For some inexplicable reason, when the train had dismembered Horatio, this man had run over and picked up his leg, and he was now waving that leg on the sidewalk of a nearby road, with the construction crew claiming that he had been banging it against the fence as he walked towards them, and at one point had even struck the leg against one of their machines. Upon the realization, a wave of fear washed over the group, as they were unsure what this man had done to get this leg, or what he would do next, though that was something that even the wildest of imaginations could have never predicted. As the man looked down at the leg and began eating it, as the workers watched on in horror.
What?
Officers arrived on the scene immediately after this, and when they asked the man what he was doing with the leg, he explained that it belonged to him, and that he was taking it to a nearby hospital to have it reattached. But it was obvious to everyone there that this man wasn't missing any of his legs, with the officers having to go as far as to prove it to him by making him roll up his sleeves of his pants and touch both of his legs. His explanation was completely nonsensical, and obviously didn't account for the fact that he was literally eating the leg just minutes before, leading to officers immediately placing him under arrest. His name was Rosendo Tejas, a 27-year-old man who had been experiencing homelessness and had been living on a street near the train tracks, with police determining that he did in fact have nothing to do with the actual death of Horatio. He just so happened to be near the tracks at the time, where he would first witness
That's so gross. Honestly, bro. Imagine like I obviously I pray that that this shit doesn't happen to like anyone, but like imagine like it's your leg. Like imagine you died in some way and someone picks up like your leg because they found it and then they like do shit with it, chew on it. Like what? That's so disrespectful, bro.
The accident, and then for some unknown reason, take Horatio's leg and start eating it.
Punk's just guys, Thomas is scared, bro. He's saying in German, I'm scared, bye. Oh, what the scared little poopy pantsy. Okay.
Appears as though this was the result of a combination of both drugs and alcohol, as he was found carrying
None of us said that. Alright, bro. Proof. Don't worry, guys. If you're scared, you know, Big Papa RAINUX is right here. Don't be scared, guys. I'm right here. Don't be scared. I'll protect you guys. Don't worry. I'll protect you guys.
narcotics when he was taken into custody, and he had just been captured by security.
For the creeps out there, you shouldn't be eating that human. Really? I'm gonna note that down.
Cameras purchasing alcohol at a nearby liquor store just hours before the incident. But what's so interesting about this footage is just how normal Rosendo seems. In fact, the people working there knew him quite well, as he stopped in almost daily, where he was described as being polite and ordinary, including on the day of that incident. In fact, it's said that at first the shop owners didn't believe that Rosendo could have possibly done this, but it seems that whatever substances he had taken that day had changed him. Rosendo Tejas was charged with 2 counts of removal of human remains, and 1 count of destroying or concealing evidence, as well as resisting a police officer, and was sentenced to 1 year in prison after pleading no contest, bringing this absurd case to an end. However, his unsettling behavior will forever live on in one of YouTube's darkest videos.
Halloween should not include mischief.
Okay, so this is what the series is about. So it's literally like dark YouTube videos that got found and have like a crazy backstory. I don't know. So I assume like the video that we just saw, obviously censored, was like something uploaded onto YouTube. Bro, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm actually scared. Ooh.
It was just past 10 p.m. Safely tucked away in her second-story apartment, 20-year-old Hannah Vivaretti set up her phone to record a video of herself dancing.
Give me some good to eat. Alright, bro. Loki, I think I get why I'm scared of those videos, but not like of real life stuff that is still like scary, gross, or just like, you know, not normal. I think it's just like the music. Like if this video has like no music or like not like this scary ambience music, I think I won't be scared at all. I think it's literally just the music. Frank says, is it almost 3 a.m? No, it's almost midnight. Yeah, I think it's literally just the music. I think that's the key difference why I'm not scared from like real life shit, but scared of like those kind of videos. Play happy unboxing music in the background. Hold on. What is this unboxing music, bro? This one is ass. Wait, we gotta get like some crazy banger. Loading a long time, bro.
For her, this was a meditative practice, a way of unwinding after a long stretch.
Okay.
Stressful day, and to truly feel at peace. But that day, fate had other plans. As Hannah was dancing, something off camera caused her to stop dead in her tracks and yell, "Who are you?" It was a man whom Hannah had never seen before, standing in the doorway of her balcony, which again was on the 2nd floor. Meaning that man had climbed up, cracked open the door, and was now standing in her home staring at her, quietly muttering nonsensically with a big grin on his face.
Who are you? Who are you? Please get off.
Hannah stopped the music and again asked, "Who are you?" To which the man responded by saying,
Please get out. No, please get out.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Bro, I'll be honest, this seems like hella fake, bro. Like, what? I don't believe this. Like, randomly, this shit happens while she's recording herself? Sure, buddy.
But her demeanor and the panic in her voice made it all too clear that this was far from the case.
Who are you? Please get out of my apartment right now.
She started to make her way over to her phone and
And the fact that she's not even recording the guy, you know? Like, any sane person would, like, literally record the person.
then towards the front door. All the while, the man kept calmly insisting that they be friends. But Hannah was having none of it.
Please get out of my apartment right now.
Opening her front door and in the process,
Get out. Get out.
pointing the camera directly at the intruder, giving us our first and only glimpse of the man as he's standing still in the balcony doorway. And with her front door now open, she yelled at him to get out loud enough for the neighbors to hear.
Get out!
I don't think it's real. Also, how is this the balcony, bro? I've never seen a balcony with like a solid door. Like there should be like glass to see through, right?
Finally caused the man to retreat. As it turns out, Hannah did actually know who this man was, at least vaguely, as he lived in the same apartment complex, but he never actually spoke to her. He would always just stare and smile, making it apparent that he had some sort of sick interest in her.
It's fake as fuck, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As for why he entered her home that night, it's fairly obvious that his intentions were incredibly sinister, with Hannah recalling that during the entire experience, his hands never left his hoodie pocket, making her wonder if he was holding onto some sort of weapon that he may have been planning to use on her. But thankfully, because of her swift reaction, we'll never truly know what he had planned that night. Days after the incident, police would arrest 36-year-old Angel Moses Rodriguez Gomez and charge him with stalking, second-degree assault, third and fourth-degree burglary, and malicious destruction of property. But surprisingly, shortly after his arrest, they allowed him to walk free on bail.
What?
And given that he lived in the same apartment complex as Hannah and clearly knew where she lived, this decision was incredibly controversial, with Hannah herself stating in an interview that, "I just don't think it's fair that he's walking freely right now, and I have to watch my back at every angle." Thankfully, the court's decision would not lead to any further escalations in the case, and today Angel no longer lives in the country, but the footage is incredibly chilling nonetheless, and it sent me down a rabbit hole of home invasion videos late the other night. And here
Wait, so it was real? What? So apparently it's real? What? Nah, that's crazy.
on YouTube, I came across countless unsettling examples. One such example comes from Saratov, Russia, and shows a woman moments after being awoken by the sound of knocking.
Wait a second, guys. Since we're gonna watch a long video, I'm gonna get my cat real quick in, because he probably wants to cuddle with me. Okay, guys, I'm back. Rurik. Yes, little baby. Okay. He's on the desk now. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Yeah, yo, baby, baby. Okay. We all love Rudik. On God, bro. Okay. We can continue watching.
As she lay in bed in her apartment. It was around 4:30 a.m., which was already unusual enough, but things became downright horrifying for her when she realized that the knocking wasn't coming from the door. It was coming from the window.
Spooky. Oh, and then that. Oh.
Outside of her window was
I got actually
banging his head
goosebumps.
against the glass over and over again. And equally as disturbing, this woman's unit wasn't on the first floor. She was 2 stories up, and she didn't have a balcony. Across the street, a neighbor filmed the incident as it happened, showing us that the man was standing on one of the building's gas pipes while he continued to strike the window. Eventually, these hits grew so forceful that the glass started to break, and his head began bleeding profusely, finally leading to the man stopping, but not in the pursuit of entering the home.
Oh, I knew this. Yeah, this happened in Russia. I knew it because of the pipe. Like those kind of buildings only in Russia, bro.
As he instead climbed to a different window where he attempted to peel it open with his fingers. But by this point, police had already arrived on the scene, and eventually the man would be forced down and placed under arrest.
Yeah, that's scary.
When looking
bro.
for an explanation as to why this man was doing this, it appears that he was
said it
under
was
the
in Russia
influence
earlier?
of
Oh, I
bath
didn't hear
salts
it.
during the ordeal. But aside from this, I couldn't find any other information about the man's identity or whatever became of him. But I was able to find that this clip doesn't tell the entire story, as the woman behind the camera actually spoke to a local reporter and provided additional context to the ordeal, which only made the story more terrifying. At first, he knocked with his hands. Then he began to peck at me at the window with his head for an hour and a half without stopping. After that, he started shouting my name to the whole yard. He was foaming at the mouth. His whole face was covered in blood, and he shouted that he wanted to talk to me, and he needed me. With the most terrifying part of the statement being that she had no idea who this man was, or how he could have even known her
That's so
name.
scary, bro.
The idea of both of these intruder videos featuring people whom the victims had never even spoken to makes them especially unsettling, as it shows that you really never know who's watching and who might be obsessing over you.
Yeah, bro.
But incidents like this can be equally as chilling when the intruder is someone.
Bro, also let's be real, like, this shit barely happens to men, you know? It's only like, it always happens to women, which is obviously sad, you know, and fucked up. Like, bro, like, they don't even know these people, you know, and they be like getting stalked by them, and all this crazy shit. Like, what? That's insane.
that you do know. Mohammed Amana was a 26-year-old man living in Orrefors, Sweden, and had been dating a woman named Maria. But after several run-ins with the law, Mohammed's lifestyle just became too much for her, and she eventually decided to end the relationship. This caused Mohammed to become enraged, an emotion that was only further heightened when he discovered that she was staying with a male friend of theirs. And on the 25th of May, he would show up at his doorstep and ask to speak to Maria. Inside, the male friend and Maria both refused to let him in and told him to leave, and for a moment he did, though only temporarily, as he would return minutes later, this time armed with a ladder. And noticing what he was trying to do, the homeowner began recording on his cell phone.
En stege. En stege.
Oh, I remember the video. I think they pushed the ladder down so he doesn't get up.
The man behind the camera asks, "What are you doing? Are you going to fight me?" To which Mohammed said no, he just wanted to speak to Maria. As he said this, his demeanor was unsettlingly calm as he continues making his way up the ladder.
Mohammed.
I think he pulled up like a knife or something and then they pushed him down. I don't know
With
exactly.
his demeanor being so calm that the cameraman couldn't tell if Mohammed was a threat or not, though it wouldn't take long for him to get his answer.
Du kommer inte in i mitt hem. Han högg mig med en kniv. Han högg mig med en kniv.
In an instant, Mohammed struck the cameraman, causing him to retreat into his room, closing the sliding glass door just in time for Mohammed to step on the balcony and brandish a large kitchen knife.
Yeah.
Stor köttkniv. Såg ni det?
Oh my god.
Han krossar glaset med en sten.
Like, what do you do in this situation? Like, this is like straight up just like,
Still dazed by the
you have to
attack,
kill him.
the man holding the
You
camera
have to kill him.
retreated even further into the house, while Maria had already run into the bathroom and locked the door behind her, a door that Mohammed would quickly rush over to.
Släpp in mig på dassen, han kommer in. Han kommer in, Maria. Mohammed, hugg du. Mohammed, du högg mig redan.
And desperately tried to open,
What?
even trying to use his knife to turn the lock, as that lock was the only thing standing in the way of what he was there to do. What exactly that was is unknown, as police would manage to arrive on the scene within minutes of this footage being taken, where they would arrest Mohammed before he was able to get to Maria. But it's clear based on the fact that he had a weapon on him and his desperate attempt to breach the house that he didn't just want to have a conversation.
Bro,
In the end, the man
what?
filming was left with only minor cuts, and Mohammed was sentenced to 2 years in prison as well as a 10-year ban from the country of Sweden, leaving us with 3 haunting videos of 3 disturbed intruders, whose true intentions will thankfully never be known. It's the spookiest time of the year, a time when the consumption of horror movies and dark YouTube videos reaches its peak. But while fun in the moment, the true terror of consuming this content often occurs long after the
So about the last video, was he filming his own crime? No. So there was one woman, one guy, and this other guy got up with a ladder and had a knife. And obviously he wasn't trying to just talk. He was trying to probably kill her. I don't know. What I think is weird though, it was like the guy recording was talking to the guy with the knife. Like, why would you talk to him? He has a knife. He's only 1 meter away. He literally punched you already. He broke in. Like, kill him. Like, kill him. Like, kill him. Not for the sake of just killing him, but like, this guy is a threat. You guys are not safe. And I guess the woman was his, I don't know, sister, wife, someone he should probably, protect. Kill him. Like, I think it would be the most sane reaction to just like run into the kitchen, grab a fat ass knife, and stab him as soon as possible. Like, what? Because otherwise you both die or this guy dies. Like, what? Like, they were lucky that the police already arrived pretty early and that he hasn't done much more after that. But yeah. And why I'm saying like stabbing is because like, the most safest option would be just to run away. But like, he can't just like leave her alone, Let's continue.
credits roll. When you close your eyes to go to sleep, only to feel the sickening feeling of paranoia. Every creak in your home.
Bro, you better lock your door. I'm alright, bro. Unless someone of you guys want to break in. I will stab you. Don't worry. Why do you keep doing reaction stuff right now? It's fun. What do you mean, bro? I was literally gaming for hours prior. Like, what? Now we're chilling.
Sending a jolt of panic throughout your body, making you wonder if someone or something is inside your house. I was just like you once. Consuming creepy content is my livelihood, and And as a result, I've spent countless sleepless nights feeling uneasy within my own home, never quite feeling safe and secure, always wondering if something was lurking around me, until I realized that the reason I didn't feel secure was because I wasn't. The only thing standing between me and the outside world was a simple lock, and I knew it was time for a change, with that change finally coming when I partnered with this video's sponsor, SimpliSafe. SimpliSafe is a home security system that you can control right from your phone. The SimpliSafe app allows you to arm and
How long is it? Okay. I'm going to skip it, sorry. RAINUX will step any of us. Hey, yeah. The video blog number 1, the story of Noah have happened.
Alright, hey folks, this is Noah, getting my blog live. Trucks and trucks and lots of trucks.
This is the very first footage that Noah Harpum would post to YouTube. After years of having a channel, Noah finally decided to give uploading a try, posting this inaugural video to a self-titled channel on October 29th, 2015, titling it 102915, video blog number 1, and introducing himself to the platform with a simple "Hello world" in the description.
No, but I did want to dissect just the beginning of a sermon given by a Pastor Bill, a guy that my dad has been following, taking ideas from for 10 years at least. He and his family, 2 kids.
In the video, Harpum paces throughout his home and discusses a priest named Pastor Bill, whom he believed was influencing his father and his family, and clearly not in a good way.
I've been ignorant of it for a long time.
Bro,
so
what
I
the
wanted to
hell
look
is
at
this
it,
going to turn
and I
into?
challenged him just to look at 15 minutes of this
Oh, I think I know this story. What? I don't know what's gonna happen.
sermon.
Though he gives no context as to who this pastor is, only mentioning that he had been ignorant of the situation for a while, and that this video was his response after trying to expose the truth to his father.
Been waiting and waiting, and haven't heard anything. So I was gonna just post my reply, and I guess that's how I'll start my blog.
Again, what this truth is unclear, as the lack of information makes this video a confusing watch, and ultimately it
years
tells
ago.
us very little about who Noah was, let alone the other people he was discussing. But he did end the clip by making it clear that this was only the beginning of what would be a reoccurring blog series that would showcase just him, his thoughts, and his camera.
The blog is just gonna be me with a video camera, and that'll be it. We'll see what happens.
But before those uploads would come, Noah had pinned a website in his description that directed users to a blog post written by him that same day, titled, "Is my dad in a cult? Even worse, is it satanic?"
What?
Throughout the writing, Harpum loosely provides additional context for his video, as he breaks down a sermon given by Pastor Bill, who is shown to be Bill Johnson, a well-known preacher from the Bethel Church in Redding, California, who had garnered a large following online. And despite the sermon being over an hour long, Harpum goes through it point by point, critiquing everything that he said. And the more he typed, the more angry he got. And the more angry he got, the more nonsensical his words became. "I'm attempting to present a case that shows the leader of this prestigious institution, along with a select group of rulers, are using mind control techniques to poison and confuse legions of useful
What?
idiots that slave away to keep the institution humming along, and that this man, Pastor Bill Johnson, and his ruling caste are using mind control to keep people imbalanced and ignorant, in a state of perpetual waiting for the material world to be defied, while they themselves are profiting immensely in this material world." The blog gives us a peek behind the curtain of the man shown in this video, a man who seems to be clearly mentally unwell, paranoid, and very angry, with the post making it clear that the purpose of Noah's content was to bring this pastor down, and video blog number 1 was supposed to be just the start. However, there would never be a video blog number 2, as just 2 days after posting this video, Noah's life would take a drastic turn.
What?
Colorado Springs 911, what's the exact location of your emergency?
It's
Repeat that one more time for me and make sure I had it correct.
well, it's across the street from me. I'm calling from my address.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Well, there was a guy walking around with like 2 cans of gasoline or something, 2 small cans, and a big, like a rifle. It was black, and it had a strap around it. He's walking up to doors and stuff.
At 8:35 a.m. on Halloween morning, a woman named Naomi Bettis called 911 after witnessing a suspicious man walking around her neighborhood.
Why does he kind of look like Brian Moser? Bro, we got the whole Dexter cast on this video. Sorry, my cat. Okay.
Neighborhood in Colorado Springs, as she watched him carrying several cans of gas, as well as an AR-15 that was hung over her shoulder.
the
She didn't know it at the time.
Sorry,
This
my
man
cat.
was her neighbor. Noah Harpham.
And then I seen that he walked into the building, and the glass window at that business is broke.
And that's a business? What's the name of the business?
I have no idea, but I just know it's, I don't know if it's a fake gun, BB gun, but it looks pretty scary.
As the call progresses,
Yeah.
Naomi explains that she had watched him enter a nearby business, where one of the
what?
windows appeared to have been broken. She wasn't sure if anything illegal had happened at this point, but she was convinced that Noah was up to something sinister, which based on what he had in his possession seemed to be the only logical conclusion. However, this concern wasn't felt by everyone.
Okay. And you said it looked like a long gun, correct? Like a rifle?
Yes, uh-huh.
Well, it is an open carry state, so he can have a weapon with him or walking around with it, but of course having those gas cans, it does seem pretty suspicious, so we're going to keep the call going for that.
That is
Okay.
insane, bro. America. Gas cans? That's suspicious. Carrying a fucking biggest gun? That's fine, you know, like, it's fine by the law. Like, what do you mean, bro? Like, I feel like holding like 2 gas cans is more normal than fucking huge ass gun, bro. Like, what? Like, with gas, you can, like, I don't know, refill your car. With a gun, I don't know, kill something. Like, what?
The window's
Or
broken
someone.
into that business downstairs, so.
Right. And you said he's now upstairs, correct?
Yes, mm-hmm.
And are you or anyone else in immediate danger?
No.
Okay.
As the operator seemingly brushed aside the incident, stating that she was only keeping the call going because the gas cans could be suspicious. However,
What do you
even with that,
mean?
the report still wasn't
The
taken
gas cans could be suspicious. The hugest gun? Nah, that's fine, you know. We are America. Most of our states allow holding up big ass guns in the public.
seriously. As the dispatch
I'm pretty sure automatic weapons are banned in Canada. Bro, any weapon should be banned, honestly. I feel like most of the world should be like Korea, where it's like so hard to get a weapon because it's literally banned anywhere.
dispatcher hung up on her shortly after, before dispatching one single officer to the scene, an officer that never even made it there, as just moments later,
Talking about South Korea, by the way. About North Korea, not only guns are banned over there, but everything is banned.
he was called off and sent to what was deemed to be a more pressing scene at the local senior center. Naomi's concerns were completely ignored, but despite this, she continued to watch out her window, waiting to see what Noah would do next. 4 minutes after her call with police ended, and 10 minutes after first reporting Noah's behavior, Naomi would dial 911 once again, only this time, her demeanor was far different.
I just called a few minutes ago, and the guy came back out, and he fired a gun at somebody, and he's laying on the street dead. Oh my God. You sent an ambulance too.
Naomi's worst fears had come true, as she frantically told dispatch that the man carrying the gun had just shot and killed someone outside of her home.
Oh my God.
Okay, calm down, okay? Stay with me. I'm just putting that into the call. Is anyone in immediate danger?
No, that I can see or think. No.
In response, the operator bizarrely
Bro.
asks if anyone else is in danger, but Naomi, likely in a state of shock, answers no, before immediately realizing that Noah was heading in the direction of Platt Avenue, which was known to be a busier neighborhood.
Maybe on Platt Avenue there might be people in danger.
Naomi, I need the suspect's description. Do you know his name?
No, I don't.
Okay, is he white, black, Hispanic,
He's
Asian?
white, and he's got long curly hair coming out of his cap.
She desperately tried to relay that more people were likely in harm's way, only to be immediately proven right just seconds later.
I
No.
think, yeah, there's people outside that might be in danger up on Platt.
Okay.
Oh, I just heard another gun fire. Oh my God.
When she hears more gunshots, prompting the operator to once again
No.
ask,
Yeah, they need to call an ambulance or something right away.
Okay. Is anyone in immediate danger?
Only people up on Platt, maybe.
All right, I am sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next, okay?
Okay.
it was only then that the operator would tell Naomi that police and medical personnel were finally being dispatched to the scene. But by this point, it was far too late.
No.
In the moments after Naomi had made her first 911 call, Noah Harpham would first attempt to light his house on fire using the 2 cans of gasoline, though this, however, failed and caused him to quickly shift his focus. Noah instead stepped outside and brandished his rifle, immediately pointing it directly at Andrew Mayers, who had been riding his bike in the neighborhood, and after seeing the gun, the man stopped and begged him not to shoot, to which Noah responded by pulling the trigger multiple times, killing him instantly, with Andrew Myers being the man that Naomi had seen laying dead on the street. From there, Noah began walking up the street where he would eventually see two women sitting on the porch of a sobriety center, where local women went to get help with their drug and alcohol addictions. And upon noticing them, he immediately started shooting, striking and killing both Christina Galella and Jennifer Vasquez. Noah walked for over a mile after this before the police finally caught up with him, and when they called out for him to stop walking, Noah turned and immediately opened fire, leading to a massive shootout.
Bro.
When the smoke cleared, the only one struck had been Noah, who was lying dead on the pavement, marking the end of his killing spree. The investigation that followed revealed that Noah had never even met any of the 3 people he killed that day. They were all total strangers, leaving the question, why had he done it? Well, even today, there's still no clear motive, with this appearing to be a completely random and senseless act. But looking at his final and only posts online, Noah was clearly very angry and seemed to be mentally unwell, which was corroborated by testimony from his parents, as they later claimed that he had anger issues and suffered from drug addiction and bipolar disorder. But what's so unusual about this to me was that this video was published just 2 days before the killings, and it was clearly not meant to be a one-off post. It was something that he seemed genuinely excited to continue, yet not even 48 hours later, he resorted to this.
Bro.
What happened in that time frame may never be known, but the effects of it will last forever. And I can't help but wonder how differently this all could have gone if that initial 911 operator had just taken Naomi's report seriously.
Yeah,
Noah's spree didn't start for a full 10 minutes after she started that call, which would have been more than enough time for police to intervene. But instead, Noah was given all the time he needed to end 3 innocent lives.
That is so fucked up, and that's exactly what I was thinking about. Like, they literally mentioned he has a whole big-ass gun, and just because they didn't act on the first call, like 3 innocent people lost their lives. Like that one guy, he was just like riding his bicycle. There were 2 other women sitting, I think they were sitting on a bench. I'm not exactly sure. But like 3 innocent people just like trying to live life, and then out of nowhere they're getting killed by like a psycho, which could have been stopped earlier already. And also, like we got 3 victims and another traumatized woman, because she saw how that one guy died, or at least saw the dead body. I think if I remember correctly, she saw him dying. That's so fucked up, bro. Hell, America, bro. I don't think it's solely the operator's fault. I think it's just America in general, how like normalized weapons are. Like, I think it's insane how normalized weapons are in the US. Like, how can this be a normal thing, you know? It's like, I don't know. In my eyes, seeing a weapon is probably like is like similar to seeing like a devil. You're like, I don't know how to explain it, but like one trigger aiming at you, you dead, bro. You dead. Like, you might survive with land if someone shoots your leg or arms, but like even like this shit can end so deadly quickly, you know? Like, yes, it's people deciding to shoot, but like if they didn't have guns, you know, they wouldn't have those methods. Where I live, if anyone has a weapon, it goes on province white alert sent to all phones. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that should be a normal thing, bro. It's mainly because hunting is a big thing, so that's a big reason why. Self-protection, another reason. Like, the self-protection one is such a big-ass, dumb-ass cap. Like, we've seen it all, bro. Like, literally every murder in the US that we have seen was like, yeah, like they had the gun for apparently hunting or for self-protection, but they've been only using it for killing, you know? I feel like no human being, okay, maybe not no human being, but like I feel like most people should have a gun, you know? Like, not even standard policemen. I feel like elite policemen, you know? I'm also not a fan of the army, you know, like wars and stuff. It's, if you really think of it, like it's so stupid. Like 2 countries have like something against each other for like an objective goal, be it to like get their land, get like resources, or like even for like racist reasonings. This shit did also happen. It's so dumb, bro. Why would you kill like so many people for, you know? I don't know. It really upsets me. Like, this topic really upsets me.
It wasn't in a
But I'm baffled on how easy it is to get a gun. I have a friends who hunt deer and bunnies and shit, and they are underage to have one. That's why. Yeah, that's like literally what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? It's insane, bro. It's insane. It's insane. America, exactly, bro. I feel like in a couple of streams I've been shitting on America a lot, and it's why, cause I'm going to America again next month. But like, I'm pretty sure you all can agree, like, it is fucked up, bro. Like, it is fucked up. And I feel like it's also fucked up in Germany that you can still get a gun with a gun license. Like, yeah, at least you gotta get, like, a actual license, and it's not quick. It costs a lot, it takes a lot of time and stuff. But, like, even then, it's still like, whoa, what the fuck? I don't know, like, it shouldn't be given to citizens. Straight up.
Attraction for the faint of heart. Standing over 1,300 feet above the ground, the Diogar ropeway was built to take tourists up and down the Trikut mountain
Oh
in
my
Jharkhand,
god, don't
India.
tell me, like,
It was the tallest
rips and
cableway
someone
in the
falls
entire
down.
country, offering an unparalleled view of Diogar and the picturesque landscape around it. Because of this, videos have long since been posted on YouTube showing just how dramatic of a ride this truly is, with one such video being recorded on April 10th, 2022. That day, a woman and her family had been filming their adventure to the Trikut mountain, and were now filming a first-person view of the descent back down. It wasn't the kind of place for anyone with a fear of heights, and the loud sounds of the car passing the support towers only added to the anxiety of the trip. But the group filming this all remained relatively calm, quietly conversing to themselves, seemingly unfazed by the spectacular height.
Bro.
Even enjoying it. A feeling that wouldn't last.
Oh my god. Why are those kind of videos always like low quality? Oh.
Without any warning, the car was met with a massive force, sending the occupants and the camera to the floor, causing the footage to go dark. In that moment, one of the ropeway's axles had dislodged, causing a failure on the pulley system, which resulted in 2 carts crashing into each other, and the rest coming to a sudden and violent halt. The impact was brutal, but somewhat surprisingly, the footage continued.
Wait, what? Okay, so
Showing
they
just
didn't
enough
fall
to reveal
down?
that the ropeway and the cabin these people were in were both still intact, before the recording came to an end. This group had survived the impact, but the nightmare was far from over. News of the collision quickly spread throughout the region, leading to the scene being flooded with rescuers and news crews alike, with everyone trying to figure out what exactly was happening, and the initial prognosis was grim. In the impact, 1 man in a separate car had been killed, and many others were left injured. And making matters worse, due to the broken axle, the ropeway was now no longer operational, meaning that the 70+ people spread throughout the various cars were now stuck, some of whom were still suspended over 1,000 feet in the air. It was going to be an incredibly difficult rescue operation, just given the height of the ropeway alone. And ultimately, it was determined that the Indian Air Force would utilize their special top-of-the-line helicopters to fly over the cars and lower down ropes with harnesses attached to them for survivors, who then would strap themselves in and be hoisted up to the helicopter above using an electronic winch. It took hours for them to even make their first attempt, before finally trying their approach on a middle-aged man who slid on his rescue strap and was then slowly pulled up towards safety.
This is gonna end badly, I already know. Like, this is gonna be so scary. Holy shit.
The footage of this is horrifying. These people were already over 1,000 feet in the air when their cars got stuck, and now they were being lifted even higher, tethered only by a single rope and a safety harness. Worst of all, it was a particularly windy day, which was made worse by the swirling of the helicopter blades, a combination that caused the man to start swinging wildly from side to side as he hung onto the rope for dear life.
Bro.
It was a grueling journey up, but finally the man reached the aircraft, and with safety just a few feet away, he instinctively reached his arms above his head in an attempt to grab onto the helicopter, a decision that would have disastrous effects.
What's happening?
As he did so, his harness slid upwards and was pulled over his shoulders, and then over his arms, before eventually landing in his hands, meaning the only thing left holding him up was his own grip, as he clung to the now useless harness.
And the one is pulling them in?
For a full minute, he dangled there, just inches away from rescue. Meanwhile, the rescue crew searched the craft for something they could use to safely hoist him in, but before they got the chance...
okay, makes sense, so they don't follow with him. Like...
The man slipped out of his harness, momentarily catching himself on the side of the helicopter itself, but by this point, his strength was gone, and seconds later, his grip would fail for good. causing him to plummet approximately 2,000 feet to the ground below, killing him instantly. For those waiting to be rescued, the sight was especially horrific, as they watched the man who they thought had made it to safety fall to the ground right in front of them.
That
The
is
fear they
so...
must have felt knowing that soon it would be their turn
Oh
is
my
unimaginable. After this, the rescue crews began making tweaks to their operation, which started to lead to a few attempts going off without a hitch. But the entire process was incredibly slow, as a full 24 hours would pass before 60-year-old Shubha Devi would finally get her chance to be removed from the car. And as she started her ascent up to the helicopter, the wind also caused her to start swinging wildly. So wildly, in fact, that the winch used to lift her suddenly stopped working, leaving her hanging there, only moving side to side rather than up towards safety. As she hung there, rescuers on the helicopter frantically tried to figure out what the problem with the winch was. But before they could ever get their answer, the rope suddenly snapped, causing her to free fall to the ground below. It came without any sort of warning, and from what I could find online, there isn't a definitive answer as to how this happened. But either way,
how did they
it
fuck up
resulted
so
in
badly?
Shubha's tragic
What?
death. It took a total of 48 hours for the last of the survivors to be rescued and finally brought to safety, an unimaginable amount of time in an unimaginable position, with survivors having to watch two people fall to their deaths before them, unsure if they too were going to meet the same fate.
That is so fucked up.
Since its release, the footage has sparked some debate online, as the media actually hailed this as an impressive and even successful rescue operation for the Indian Air Force, while others have hit back on this, as both incidents seem to have been entirely preventable, with more people dying from the rescue than the accident itself. Though ultimately, there were no repercussions for the rescue crew, with the only punishments being dished out to the operating company DRIL, which was accused of not properly maintaining the ropeway and not following proper safety protocols. It was even alleged that when the initial crash happened, the people operating the ropeway at the time actually fled the scene and never even called authorities, but I'm not sure if this was ever actually proven. DRIL was fined over $1 million and has since been blacklisted from operating ropeways for 5 years, while the families of the deceased were given around $33,000 in compensation. Currently, there are plans to repair and reopen the ropeway, though at this point, no official date has been given for the reopening.
Bro, that was such a good video, like, holy shit. I got goosebumps multiple times on this video. Like, dang. That was like a crazy short film, basically. Oh my god.